Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. This is Pellegrini Guitar. My name is Michael Pellegrini. It's another demo day. I've got a personal favorite of mine. This is my 1998 Paul Reed Smith McCarty. I had to wear my PRS shirt for my PRS demo today. I'm sorry, but I just had to do it. This one is special to me. This one came to me in 2002. I've had it ever since, so it's been 20 years in my possession. I don't know how many owners came before me with this one, but I bought it at Guitar Center in Seattle down on Westlake. I remember I was really into PRS in those days. I already had my Gibson Les Paul. That thing was quite heavy, and I was looking for maybe something a little bit more ergonomic to play more on a regular basis with my band. I loved PRSs, and I was just chomping at the bit for another guitar at the time. So I went shopping for PRS at Guitar Center, and they had several on the wall that day. The thing that attracted me to this one was that most of the others had intricate flame tops and were really loud colors and everything. And you know, they're beautiful, but they just weren't really my style. I like stuff that's a little bit more on the understated side, and this one really caught my eye. Just natural mahogany, single piece, nice thick body, which is standard for the McCarty models. Once I took it down and played it, I had never really played anything quite this nice. I mean, the craftsmanship on these things is pretty incredible. It had this Seymour Duncan Custom humbucker in it when I bought it, but I don't know if that was original from the factory or not. This pickup I added later on. There was a different, just all black humbucker in it before. I've played around with pickup combinations on this thing, but ultimately came back to the Seymour Duncan Custom in the bridge, and then this is a Dimarzio Air Norton up here in the neck. A couple things that really kind of impressed me about this guitar back in the day. I mean, I know that coil splitting already existed long before, but I never knew anything about that, and so the idea that I could get a Les Paul type of thicker, you know, full humbucker sound, and then I could tap the coil the fact that I could get that sound in combination with the humbucker sound was amazing to me. I didn't understand what was going on behind the scenes. I now understand that beyond just the coil tapping, there's a few more things about this thing that kind of put it right between a Les Paul and a Stratocaster. First of all, it's the scale length of PRS. If you're not familiar, PRS run a 25-inch scale length. For comparison's sake, Gibson scale length is 24.75. and Fender is 25.5. So in terms of scale lengths, PRS are going to be a little bit closer to the Gibson side, but not all the way. Another thing that makes it this model, and I guess all PRSs of this style, of this quality, is going to be their set neck, which is just like a Gibson. I know PRS has some new models that are bolt-ons like a Fender would be, but these are all set necks. So this one plays and feels very much like a Gibson. It's got the hardtail. And it makes sense that it would play like a Gibson because it's a McCarty model, and Ted McCarty, who this is named after, was the president of Gibson in the 50s and 60s. I don't know his entire tenure there, but he was there during the golden era when they produced all those iconic guitars. So I don't know how closely he worked with Paul on the design of this guitar, but it certainly pays reverence to him. Like I said, I mean, I love Gibsons. I've got like 3 of them here at home. This plays very much like a Gibson. It's just a little bit more versatile with the ability to coil tap, particularly in a live situation. I probably wouldn't record the single coil tones that I get here, but being able to switch on the fly to do something is pretty handy. I know this is nothing new. This stuff has existed forever, but when I was introduced to it 20 years ago, it was like mind-blowing. Anyway, I love the guitar. Haven't had a whole lot of other work done on it. I had it looked at to see if it needed new frets, and the guy was like, no, you're good. I just keep it in good shape here. It does have a lacquered neck, but it's a high quality lacquer, so it's not the sticky kind that your hand ever gets stuck on. I love the profile of the neck. It's a little bit like off to one side. It's thicker on the upper side here, a little bit thinner, very easy to get my hand around. It's a little bit of a thinner neck. These things play incredibly well. They're light. I don't have a scale, but I'm guessing it's in the 6 to 7 pound range. They've got nice, thick, wide strap buttons here, so no need for a lock. I've never had an issue with a strap on this guitar. And this thing was my baby and my main guitar for many years, so it'll always be very special to me. I'm just gonna run you through some more sounds. You know, we were on the neck pickup a second ago. Now we're gonna go center here. I've got both humbuckers fully engaged. We'll give it a little bit of drive here. full tone. Now if I split that, I think it sounds kind of Telecaster-ish. I'm going to go back to a clean tone here. And I'm going to kick on more compression with the Strymon Compadre. Give it some more. And if I go all the way to bridge with that, it's got that country twangy Telecaster thing. I don't play that music a ton, but it's kind of cool to have that option to go there. If I'm not doing the super compressed thing, but I still want the single coil bridge sound, I've still got it here. If I'd rather go back to my bridge full humbucker, which is usually where I leave that one. A little delay. Give it some more drive. The bridge humbucker likes a little overdrive. Great sustain. The rosewood fingerboard is still well conditioned. I live in the desert now and it still stays well hydrated. I give it a little bit of lemon oil whenever I'm changing strings, which isn't really that often. If you want the drive and you're up here on the neck pickup full humbucker, it's thick, but it's still clear. If I tap that, I could do around all day with it, but It's a beautiful guitar, it's vintage. I mean, at this point, what, 20 years and you're considered vintage, so this qualifies for that. But still very much a player's guitar. I would take this with me wherever to jam with people still, and I do love it. I mean, you know, I went on a tear buying guitars years later after this one, but the honest truth is I could have not bought any of them and stayed perfectly happy and satisfied as a player with just my PRS. It really does do everything. So they're fantastic. I highly recommend them. I'm sure maybe, I've always considered another one in the future, but again, I like the ones that are a little bit more on the understated side that you can just kind of tell what they are without needing it to be too flashy. Anyway, that's me. This is my PRS. I'm happy to take some comments on it. Let me know what you think. If you're enjoying the content, please help me out by subscribing to the channel. I've got a lot more stuff planned, a lot more gear demos to do, and all kinds of things that I'm thinking about putting out here. If you want to see the written stuff that I'm doing for guitar, you can go to pellegriniguitar.com. That's Pellegrini guitar.com. That's my blog. I'm throwing down all kinds of stories and stuff in there. So anyway, hope you're enjoying it, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for checking this out. All right, bye-bye.